Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Monday, January 27th, 2025. So what might be the anti-penultimate day of January or something like that?
Or even more anti.
Or more anti, yes. Did you do the crossword?
I did do the crossword.
And was it anticlimactic?
Well, I did have an interesting time on it.
Oh.
12:34.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I thought you were going to direct me to 12 across or something like that. I was trying to figure out where those other digits were coming from. That was a much larger grid than I had to deal with.
It actually took me a little bit longer than it usually does.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It took me longer as well. I blame that on the fact that I was doing it on an iPad.
Oh.
So normally.
Why? Did the iPad keep making letters disappear or something?
No, I'm just much faster typing than I am tapping individual letters.
I suppose, yes. Yes, so it was a kind of a interesting challenge for a Monday. I saw all those circled squares and got really scared.
Oh, yes.
Because of the day before.
Right.
But thankfully, this was not quite so complicated.
Nope.
As our Sunday puzzle. So.
In fact, you really didn't even need the theme in order to solve this puzzle.
That is true.
But it did help.
Well.
At least confirm things.
Exactly.
And it was cute.
Mm-hmm. So, yes, the theme included 4 themed clues that went across. Some of them were quite long. And they all had circled squares toward the middle. Some had 4, some had 5. But anyway, the first one was 17 across, commonly visited part of a website. And, of course, that was home page with the EPAG circled. Then we had 24 across, study abroad program on a ship, and that was semester at sea. And the ER of semester, the at, and the S of sea were circled. Then we had 51 across, funding sources for many labs, and that was federal grants, with the ERAL and federal, and the G in grants circled. And then finally, 62 across stands for a yoga beginner, and that was tree pose, and the REE and P were circled. Of course, all those circled letters made no sense whatsoever, but if you looked at the revealer clue, 40 across went the length of the puzzle. Ignore suspicious behavior or a hint to the circled letters in the themed clues. And the answer to that was look the other way. And if you go back and look at the circled letters and look at them the other way, aka backwards, you get in homepage, gape, in semester at sea, stare, in federal grants, you get glare, and in tree pose, you get peer. So 4 different words for looking. Look the other way.
Yes, You have to read them backwards.
That's right. So
that's just ingenious. That really was
quite clever.
Yeah, your perfect Monday theme.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
So, how long did it take you to figure out the theme?
Well, not really. I didn't really even figure it out until I had the puzzle all done. Okay. And then I was like, oh yeah, those are different ways of saying look.
Yes.
Backwards. So yes, it didn't really impact my solving at all.
I'm glad they didn't use ogle. It's not clear that they could have found a word that would have worked with ogle.
Well, it would have to be ELGO.
Elgo. Elgo. Okay, let's see. Can you think of a word that's got elgo in it?
Bagel?
Bagel
golf. I mean, that would have L and then G-O in golf. Bagel golf.
Well, first of all, you've come up with another clue and answer. You've also invented a new sport. So well done. I'm looking forward to the World Bagel Golf Tournament.
Well, you're wanting something with ogle. I'm doing the best I can. I'm off of the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm just envisioning, the world match where they'll be like, hey, what happened to our playing instruments? Why is that guy chewing over there? It'd be brought to you by whoever makes cream cheese.
Uh-huh.
Bagel golf.
Bagel golf.
The new sport.
Don't
Listeners,
knock it unless you try.
I'm not knocking it.
Yes,
I'm being an advocate for it.
You're making fun of it.
I want our listeners to know that the invention of bagel golf happened right here. And you wait 5 years from now when you're on the old bagel golf tour.
Right. Okay, moving on.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
There were some fun clues in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
such as?
Well, I liked 16 across. Sweet mate, roomie.
Right.
Roomie.
We had co-tenant the other day, but of course that wouldn't fit.
Right.
One across was just an asterisk.
Yeah.
And the answer was star.
It was. That seemed too easy.
Yeah, I put that down too, and it's like, okay.
Well, it's a Monday.
And then we had one down, tisk tisk in text speak, SMH. I think that shut my hole, right?
I have no idea.
It shut my something.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure H stands for hole. We could of course, this is the age of the internet. And of course, if I type in SMH, it takes me to the Sydney Morning Herald.
Well, there you go.
Well, so it might also, yeah, let's see. It's also Van X Semiconductor ETF. Boy, this is just not, I need to provide, here we go. Oh, no, it's not shut my hole. It's shaking my head. Oops.
Well, that's a little nicer. And it makes sense with tisk, a tisk. Shake my
Yes.
head.
Yep. Now that I think about it, shut my hole. Does sound a little rude.
Where did you get that? Or did you just make it up?
I got the my right. I would like to point out that no matter what I say, I had 1/3 of the answer correct.
Yep.
And the starting letters of all three words. Unsurprisingly. 28 across. Krypton or argon was gas.
Yep.
I wonder when they decided to call Krypton Krypton.
Probably when Superman fell down, because it was his. It was the one thing that would zap his strength.
Right.
Kryptonite.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Superman movie coming out this summer.
Superman movie coming out?
Yes, indeed, by James Gunn. It's going to be great.
Okay. 43 across. Musical based on a comic strip was Annie, which I should have known right away because it's so famous. But I'm like, well, there was something with Peanuts once, and did Kathy ever have a musical?
Kathy the musical. There's an interesting concept.
Of various cartoons. High and Lois? No, I don't think so. But it was Annie.
And near that, we had 26 down, bird named for its beak's shape, shoebill.
Right.
I found that very interesting.
Have you ever seen a shoebill?
I have not.
No.
I mean, I've seen a bill for a shoe, but not a shoebill.
They're very large birds, as I recall. And they kind of look like that one monster in Harry Potter that they'd have to bow to, that was a...
Oh, a phoenix? Was it a phoenix?
No, it was like I can't remember what it was. It was like it was like a mythical creature. But,
okay, well, phoenix is definitely mythical. But
no, it wasn't a phoenix.
It didn't burst into flame and then reappear? Okay.
No, it was large and you could ride it. But
I vaguely remember that.
But you had to bow to it and let it bow to you, and then then that's how you kind of got acquainted with it.
I see.
And I think that's the way it is with the shoebill bird. It bows.
We had another interesting clue and sort of actually shoebill. When I think about shoebill, we talked yesterday about an animal with a giant nose.
Yes.
What was that? Was that a walrus?
No, some kind of seal.
Seal? Okay, so a seal with a giant nose, and now we've got something with a large beak.
Bird with a large beak.
Bird, right. So it seems to be the week for paying attention to animals with amazing protuberances. we had a clue that we have not seen for a while, 56 across, Courier and blank, and that was Courier and Ives.
That's correct, yeah.
I think they used to make, what was it, old Christmas cards or something like that?
Well, Christmas cards used some Courier and Ives artwork on it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think they were like lithographers or something.
Yeah, that sounds right. A New York City-based printmaking business operating from 1835 to 1907.
Yes. And yes, they did make several Yuletide scenes that now we do see on Christmas cards. That's right.
62 across, stance for a yoga beginner was a tree pose.
Right. That's one of the theme clues.
Well, you just sort of, was it?
At pier.
Oh, pier. Yes, you were right.
Yep.
You just stand and look like a tree. I think I could do that. I think that's actually a yoga pose that I could master.
Well, it is a beginner.
67 across, it comes with a charge, was an ion.
Right.
That was sort of cute. And we had 70 across, TV coach Lasso was Ted.
Ted.
So there was our reference to Apple products.
Oh, is that an Apple product?
Well, the show is from Apple TV
Is it
Plus.
Apple TV?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think I've seen Ted Lasso clues. In the last few weeks we've had, I think, a couple of them. So
Right.
we're maybe entering our Ted Lasso area.
Well, unsurprising, Ted is not a debut answer. It has appeared 493 times.
There have been many Teds throughout history, I am sure.
First appearing on what might be the first New York Times crossword in December of 1942, and it was clued as, are you sitting down for this?
Yep.
Spread hay.
Oh.
To spread hay is to Ted?
I've never heard that.
Wow. Yeah.
Spread hay.
Also in 1943, Captain Lawson of the Tokyo raid.
Wow.
And then Mr. Husing of the radio. Boy, they made him tough in the old days.
Yeah.
Williams of the Red Sox.
Oh, yeah. Ted Williams. He's pretty famous.
Band leader Lewis.
Ted Lewis.
Yeah, see, some of these clues did not age well.
Well, but at the time, I bet many people knew them. So, interesting. Oh.
Yeah, but it has something to do with spreading hay. Tedding. Oh, we definitely have to research that for perhaps it could be a Fun Fact Friday.
Okay.
It definitely sounds like it. It has potential.
Okay.
Let's see. We had 61 down, 2.0, and the answer was CEE.
Grade point. C.
No, but it was.
That's what
I see. ICC. Okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of ICC, didn't we had that as 20 across emphatic yes in Spanish was CC.
CC, yes.
But when I said ICC, that wasn't the same as CC.
No.
I just want to make that perfectly clear.
I understood.
Clear as mud, to quote from yesterday's crossword. Let's see. Actress Thompson of the Creed movies, Tessa, 13 down.
That's right.
I think Will is hoping that if he puts it into the crossword enough times, perhaps even I will remember it. So far, it hasn't happened. Similarly, with 9 down, Philippa of Hamilton, Philippa Sue.
That is correct.
Although with that one, I thought after I'd got it through the crosses, it looked familiar.
Yeah, it's been in before. Definitely.
And this crossword is also, the author has been in before. This is his 5th New York Times crossword. Alexander Libeskind, and really, really good crossword.
Yep, very nice.
All right, well done, Alexander. That is it for today then, so thanks everyone for listening. We'll be back again with our cutting-edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword, as well as a Triplet Tuesday segment, and possibly a hunt for a jingle for our podcast. I think our podcast needs a jingle.
What's wrong with
That's pretty good. That could be it. We'll just record it and then play it at the beginning of the podcast.
Okay.
In any event, that's it for today. Thanks everyone for listening.
Yep.
We'll be back again with our cutting edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye. Bye-bye.